The Board of Governors, Commissioner Willie Marshall, and all the PBA stakeholders, I hope this video finds you in good health and in good spirits. In this video, I will be presenting some ideas and proposals on how we can possibly conduct a PBA conference within the year. I understand that even if Metro Manila is put under general community quarantine, sporting events will still not be allowed. However, we are hoping and praying that after the GCQ is lifted, we will be given a window of opportunity wherein we can present to the government a blueprint on how sporting events such as the PBA can still push through, of course, in compliance with government mandated health protocols. Now I will proceed in presenting some of the general concepts of this proposal.
For this discussion, we shall call it the Quarantine Cup proposal for the 2020 PBA season. Under this proposal, the PBA can hold a compressed conference that would last for a maximum of 2 months. Before the start of the conference, there will be operational prerequisites for everybody that will be involved in this endeavor, such as the rapid testing. For individuals who will be found positive, they will be sent home or to the hospital for proper medical attention. All those that will yield a negative result will report to the team quarantine facility. While under team quarantine, members of a group will be housed together for 14 days. For the PBA teams, this is the time that they can hold their training camp. They can practice even twice a day, so that would be 28 practices in 14 days. The idea is that 1 month's worth of practice will be compressed in 2 weeks. Only individuals who will not show symptoms of COVID-19 after 14 days will be allowed to participate in the tournament. However, it is important to note that even after 14 days, members will not be allowed to go home. They can only go home after their teams have been eliminated. There will be strict travel and health guidelines. Per group, only one individual will be allowed to go out and purchase their basic necessities. The lodging will be shouldered by the team management. For the food, pwede pong mag-chip in ang mga miyembro ng grupo, for example, 500 pesos per day per individual, so that the burden of expense will not only fall on team management, since this is a shared endeavor. The quarantine facility should ideally be near the practice and game venue. One example would be the Azure residences, since the condo units and the gymnasium are in one location. For the other teams, they should look for a lodging facility near their practice venues. The PBA and media personnel to be quarantined as well. We will be following the regular tournament format for this Quarantine Cup, wherein 12 teams will play a single round-robin elimination. The top 2 teams will gain a twice-to-beat advantage in the quarterfinals. The other quarterfinal series will be a best-of-3. The bottom 4 teams will be eliminated. The semifinals will be a best-of-5, and the finals will be a best-of-7. Under this compressed tournament format, it would be possible to finish the elimination round in 17 days. The only way to do it is we play every day, with 4 games played per day. Ibig po sabihin nito, may mga teams tayo na maglalaro ng back-to-back games or back-to-back-to-back games. Ganyan rin po ang nangyayari sa mga ibang teams sa NBA. They play back-to-back games with travel because teams are geographically located. Advantage po natin, since our clubs are not geographically separated, mas madali po sa atin ang maglaro ng back-to-back games. There will be 2 game venues per day. Since the government will not allow us to gather people or fans in venues such as Smart Araneta or Mall of Asia Arena, possible venues here could be the Upper Deck Sports Center, Moro Lorenzo, Ronak Arts Center, Azure, or Hoops Gym, which entails a lower rental cost. All TV feed will be transmitted through a single remote media and broadcast center, which is the TV5 head office. Assuming that the government will only allow a skeletal workforce for the PBA to operate, indicated herein is a suggested minimum manpower required to be present per game. For teams 12 players out of the 15-player lineup will be allowed to play and be present in the venue. Remember that teams will be playing back-to-back games or even 3 straight games. This would allow coaches to rotate players and manage wear and tear. Only one head coach and one assistant coach per team, one PT, and of course the team manager. There will be 3 game officials or referees. There will be 2 PBA officials to oversee the games. There will be 3 table officials to handle the stats and game or shot clock. 4 TV crew to handle 3 fixed camera setup and cable. The OB van crew will be outside the venue. And there will be 2 government representatives from the GAB or DOH. I took the liberty of creating a mock schedule to give you an idea on the compressed format. Games scheduled for 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. will be played in Venue 1. Games scheduled for 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. will be played in Venue 2. This will give time for game venues to be disinfected properly in between games. The game times are scheduled as such, assuming that stay-at-home guidelines are still in place, which means that we have the audience to watch our games at those times. The following graphic would show the mock team schedule per team in a compressed 17-day elimination schedule. Of course, this is subject to correction by the PBA staff. Notice that although teams will play back-to-back, there are also off days within those 17 days. For TV and print media, there will be a 3 fixed camera setup allowed per game venue. TV5 will set up a broadcast and replay center in their home studio, similar to what they did during the Southeast Asian Games. Commentators will call the games live and off-tube from the media center. The PBA press corps will be allowed to cover from the broadcast center, where post-match interviews will be remotely conducted. For added value and marketing opportunity for this compressed conference, select media can be planted and quarantined with each team to provide behind-the-scenes stories. The output will be a documentary and daily coverage online and in traditional media. This is inspired by the Kwentong Gilas and Last Dance documentaries that have attracted public interest. PBA can benefit by monetizing the material. How will the PBA benefit from this endeavor? Number 1, the PBA will be a pioneer in returning professional sports during these extraordinary times. The PBA will be providing a model that other leagues around the world can follow, which would merit worldwide attention and unmatched value to the league. More importantly, the resumption of the league will mean jobs to the daily wage earners who depend on the PBA. We will also fulfill our social responsibility by encouraging people to stay home and watch live sports. This could be the unprecedented legacy of the Board of Governors as the leaders of the PBA for finding a creative way to save the season. I have prepared this proposal knowing that it may be full of loose ends and improbabilities. That is why I am offering it to the better judgment of the members of the PBA board to decide if there's even one aspect in this proposal that we can build on. For millions of Filipinos, the PBA is more than just basketball. It is a way of life, a love for the league that has been passed on from generations. The PBA may not earn as much from this proposed concept, but I'm hoping we will not lose the PBA and find a way to keep it alive.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, and God bless us all.